The Six Swans. Once upon a time, a king was hunting in a large forest. He chased an animal so eagerly that he got separated from his own men. When evening came, he realized he has lost and couldn't find a path to get out. Suddenly, an old woman appeared, slowly walking towards him. She was a witch. "Good woman," the king asked, "can you show me the way out of the forest?" "Yes, my king," she replied, "I can, but only if you agree to a condition, and if you don't accept it, you will stay lost in the woods and die of hunger." "What is the condition?" asked the king. "I have a daughter," the old woman said. "She is very beautiful. If you agree to marry her and make her queen, I will show you the way out." The king was desperate, so he agreed. The old woman took him to her small house, where her daughter sat by the fire. The girl acted as though she had been expecting him. She was very pretty, but the king did not like her and felt uneasy just looking at her. Still, he let her ride back with him on his horse. The old woman showed them the way out, and soon the king was back at his palace, where the wedding was held. The king had been married before and has 7 children, 6 boys and 1 girl, whom he loved more than anything. He was worried that the new queen might treat them badly or try to harm them, so he took the children to a hidden castle deep in the forest. It was so well hidden that no one could find it, not even the king, unless he used a special ball of yarn. A wise woman had given it to him, and when he threw it on the ground, it would roll ahead and show him the way. The king loved visiting his children in the forest, but the queen became jealous and suspicious. She paid his servants to tell her the secret. They showed her a magic ball of yarn that guided him to the children's hiding place. The queen secretly made small white silk shirts and sewed a magic curse into each. One day, when the king was away, she followed the yarn into the wood. When the children saw someone coming, they thought it was their father and ran to greet him. But the queen threw the shirts over them, and as soon as they touched the children, they turned into swans and flew away. The queen was happy, thinking she had gotten rid of her stepchildren. But the youngest daughter did not go outside with her brothers, so she was not cursed. The next day, when the king came, only his daughter was there. She told him what happened and showed him the swan feathers she had found. The king was heartbroken, but did not suspect the queen. Afraid of the daughter's safety, he wanted to take her home, but she asked to stay one more night. That night, she decided to run away and look for her brothers. She walked deep into the forest until she was too tired to go on. Then she found a small hut with 6 little beds and hid under one to sleep. At sunset, 6 swans flew in through the window. They blew off their feathers and turned back into boys. Her brothers, she came out and they were happy to see her, but they told her she couldn't stay. Robbers lived there and they could not be human for 15 minutes each night. After that, they had to become swans again. She asked if they could ever be free. They said yes, but only if she stayed silent and did not laugh or speak for 6 years, while sewing 6 shirts from aster flowers. If she spoke before finishing, the spell would never break. She promised to try, and then they flew away. The next morning, she climbed a tree and began her work. One day, hunters found her, but she wouldn't speak. She gave them her jewelry to leave her alone, but they climbed the tree and took her to their king. The king fell in love with her beauty. Even though she did not speak, he married her and made her queen. But the king's mother was wicked and hated the new queen. When the queen had her first baby, the old woman stole the child and told the king his wife had eaten it. He did not believe her, but the same thing happened 2 more times. Still, the queen stayed silent and kept suing. After the third child went missing, the king had no choice but to send her to be burned as punishment. The day of the fire was also the last day of the 6 years. She had finished all the shirts except one, which was missing a sleeve. As she stood on the pile of wood with the shirts, 6 swans flew towards her. She threw the shirts over them, and they turned into her brothers again. One still had a swan's wing because his shirt was not finished. Then, at last, she spoke and told the king the whole story. The king was shocked but joyful. He punished the wicked stepmother, and the queen was reunited with her children. From that day on, the king, queen, and her 6 brothers lived happily ever after.